What's up, guys? This is Dino here, and today I'll be adding the fourth part to What If Lt.Surge Sponsor Dash. And one more announcement that I would like to make is this month of April, or like 20 days, first 20 days of April, will be a What If month. And by What If month, I mean is for the entire duration of these 20 days, I will just be focusing on one story, which is going to be What If Search Sponsor Dash. This is mainly because the most fun I have is making this particular story, and I would like to progress it even further because the parts take a little longer than the other What Ifs, and I would like to just dedicate more time into this. And plus, I think that this is currently the most viewed topic in my channel. So let's just invest some more time into it and let's see how far we can take it. And guys, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to it. We are approaching the 1 year anniversary of my channel, so it would be really great if we could hit 1k subscribers before it. And plus, you guys know, when you hit the 1k subscribers, you get the 1k subscriber special. So it's a win-win situation for all of us. So hit the subscribe button. Make sure to like the video. Like goal will be 20 likes in the next 12 hours. Make sure to join the Discord if you want. Shout out to Plus Ultraman and Pickle Deal for helping me with the story. And let's begin. After somehow driving the heavily damaged boat, Ash was able to arrive in Fuchsia City. He breathed a sigh of relief as he definitely thought he would meet an accident after how damaged that boat was. It was still early in the morning, so he had enough time to rest up in the Pokemon Center, and have a light sparring match. So he made his way to the Pokemon Center to freshen up a bit and make some calls to Whiskers and his mother, just to let them know that he had safely reached Fuchsia City. After resting up, he decided that it would be a good time to decide the lineup for his team. So after some thinking and a quick nap, he started to evaluate his team and which three Pokemon he will use for battle. The Kangas kid was still too young, and although Slowpoke had improved leaps and bounds from the time he had caught him and now had mastered the water gun and confusion attacks, it was still a lot green for a gym battle. So he decided that unfortunately he would have to stick with the original lineup of Raichu, Nidoran, and Mankey. This was the lineup that he used against Brock and also against Lorelei, but he had no choice. Maybe in the next gym battle he'll get to use his two newer Pokemons. So after that, he decided to have a light sparring session between Nidoran and Mankey. Since Raichu was already warmed up from the shadow boxing, this would be a good exercise for them to loosen up before the fight. As the sparring match began, even though it was light sparring, which was just for the purpose of a warm up, Mankey started to actively try and knock Nidoran out. It was being extremely aggressive and purposely trying to hurt Nidoran. Nidoran, as expected, was just on the defensive, not trying to hurt its teammate, but at the same time was also afraid of the heavy aggression coming in front of him. This forced Ash to step in between them and separate the two. The monkey Pokemon didn't like it one bit and it started to attack Ash. Ash tried to defend somewhat as Nidoran cowered before him. But as Nidoran watched the Mankey attack his trainer, something awoke in him. In a fierce, blind rage, it bashed into Mankey with a horn attack, sending it crashing backwards. Mankey was not hurt that much, but it still sprang to his feet and once again tried to attack. But it looked as if the horn attack had taken its toll. It was somewhat injured, and by the looks of it, wouldn't heal before the gym battle began. Ash was forced to recall both Nidoran and Mankey as he sighed. This was not going well. He needed to do something about Mankey. All the time, the only thing he tried to do was either fight Raichu or start a fight between his other teammates. He would have to find a solution for the Mankey, but currently he had a gym battle on hand. So he decided to go to the Pokemon Center one last time to heal up Nidoran and heal up Mankey also. He decided to keep Mankey as a last resort and hoped that the lineup of Raichu and Nidoran would be able to win this battle. As he made his way into the Fuchsia City gym, he saw the gym leader, Janine, standing in the middle of the room. As he was walking, he said He was looking forward to this battle because of the rivalry between the Fuchsia City Gym and the Vermilion City Gym. Janine tells him that there is a huge difference between the two of them, which is Ash is just a mere substitute gym leader, or was a mere substitute gym leader. Janine, on the other hand, is a permanent gym leader. Ash calls bluff on this and says there's no way that someone like her could be a permanent gym leader. She was too young to be so. And she replied by saying that of course Ash should think that because he was given everything up to this point. He was given the title of substitute gym leader, he was given easy opponents to beat, just newbie trainers and bug catchers who didn't have a shade of a skill that the trainers Janine has fought. Janine traveled through multiple regions to hone her craft before she got the position of the gym leader. The main difference between the two of them is that Ash was given the position of the substitute gym leader just because of his association with Surge. Janine, on the other hand, despite being the son of the previous gym leader, had to earn the position the hard way, and this triggered Ash somewhat, as he kept walking towards her, talking even more trash. But he ran into a wall, and when he observed closely, it was a transparent glass wall. Janine was behind the said wall. As Ash tried to approach her once again, he hit another wall. Janine tells him that he needs to think elegantly and solve this puzzle, and Ash by this point was absolutely irate at the trash talking and the sneaky remarks made by Janine. So he sent out his Raichu, saying that he only knows one way of solving any problem, and that is by going through it. Just then Raichu released a flurry of electric attacks which completely lit the gym up, and when it was over, all the glass walls had been shattered. However, as the shattered glass fell down, Janine was nowhere to be found. Then all of a sudden, she appeared right behind Ash and Raichu, startling them. Janine tells Ash that he sure needs a humble pie and she will be the one to serve it and put him in his place. They take their places, and Ash tells that just like Surge is better than Koga, he will prove that he is better than Janine. This was not Ash trying to attack her personally, but this was just him trying to get the mental edge and try to get into her head. Because from what he knew, he was already getting more angrier as the trash talking went on. Janine replies by saying that's the reason she is better than Ash, because Ash holds on to the past. He sure idolizes Surge, but his limit is just to be like Surge. She, on the other hand, she wants to surpass her father, and that's the reason she will win this battle. Ash needs to realize that the newer generation will always surpass the previous generation. But Ash, on the other hand, is just content on being just as good as Surge, and that's his problem. Ash is absolutely irate at this point, and he says that he just defeated a former Elite Four member, so Janine wouldn't be any problem to him at all. Janine replies by saying that she is assuming that Ash is talking about Lorelei, and Ash confirms it, as Janine just smirks. Ash asks her what's so funny, and Janine tells her it's nothing, and just to get on with the battle. So Ash sends out his Raichu, and Janine sends out her own trademark Pokemon, Venomoth. The battle begins as Raichu fires off an extremely quick Thunderbolt attack. But Venomoth is even quicker. It uses a double team to evade the attack, and the Thunderbolt ends up hitting a clone. The clones then start to swarm on Raichu, but Raichu, displaying unusual athleticism, uses its tail, its punches, and even its ears to slap away most of the clones. It was very clear to Janine that Raichu was indeed very well trained and at a very high level. But the difference between Venomoth and Raichu was that Raichu was extremely one-dimensional with his attacks. There was no setup, no feints, just pure brute strength behind everything. And Janine knew very well how to deal with this problem. As the battle raged on, Venomoth created even more clones using double team. But it looked as if Raichu's offense was just getting to him, and Venomoth was restricted to just being a defensive Pokemon in this battle. Raichu's electric type attacks and its powerful punches were so heavy that all Venomoth could do was dodge and evade. But what Raichu and Ash didn't realize that every time Venomoth came even remotely close to Raichu, it was unleashing a poison powder, slowly poisoning the electric mouse. And the result was not visible immediately, but Ash noticed something. Raichu was breathing hard somewhat, and this was extremely unusual because Raichu had just unlimited stamina within him. So for him to getting tired, so for him to getting tired so quick into a battle was definitely surprising. And just then, Venomoth found an opening, creating another four clones. It swarmed Raichu from all different directions, all four directions, and unleashed another volley of poison powder. This had an impact. Immediately, Raichu winced in pain with the accumulation of poison within his body as he fell down. Then Janine orders Venomoth to use a U-turn attack. Ash orders a Mega Punch, but Raichu is just too slowed down because of the poison. And Venomoth hits Raichu, and after that immediately goes back into Janine's Pokeball. Although the rule stated that only the challenger is allowed to switch the Pokemon, moves like U-turn definitely were a loophole in that rule. The next Pokemon that Janine sends out is a Weezing, or something that looks like a Weezing. Ash remarks that he has fought a Weezing before, but the Weezing he fought never looked like this. So he asks Janine if this is an evolution, and Janine calls Ash an idiot. This is a Galarian variant of Weezing, Galar being one of the regions that she traveled through. She honed her craft to the maximum level, and she learned new moves and about new Pokemon as well. And that's the difference, that she continued to evolve, while Ash and Surge, they just had a fixed routine of using brute strength and one-dimensional approaches, and that's the reason that she's better. That that she never remains stagnant. She always finds a way to surpass herself. And the problem with Ash is that he's content with using what worked from him from the very beginning. And this is where he will find his limit. Ash tells her to shut up and orders Raichu to use a Mega Punch. Raichu races towards Weezing and hits a Mega Punch, but in the last moment Weezing uses Protect. The poison once again rears its ugly head as Raichu winces in pain and backs off. Weezing uses this opportunity to fire off a strange stream attack, and Raichu counters with a Thunderbolt, barely blocking the attack. Raichu then connects with a Mega Punch, finally having an opening. But something is off about this. Normally a Mega Punch would have much more of an impact, but due to the poison, Raichu is slowing down immensely. And not only is his stamina depleting, but the attacks of his power are also going down much more. Raichu once again tries another Thunderbolt attack, but Weezing counters with a Strange Stream once again. But this time the Strange Stream managed to overpower the Thunderbolt, sending Raichu crashing to the floor. Weezing follows this up by using a Venoshock attack, and Venoshock's power is doubled due to Raichu being poisoned. As purple bubbles start erupting from Raichu's body, Ash knows that the end might be near, but he just can't accept it. How can Raichu lose? It had not lost a battle up till this point, excluding the ones against Surge's Pokemon. So this did not make any sense. No, this was not right. There was definitely something wrong. Raichu can definitely win this battle. He just needs one more shot. And that's when Ash orders Raichu to invest all of its remaining energy into one last Mega Punch as Raichu races towards Weezing, even slower than usual. And of course, with this highly telegraphed move, Weezing is easily able to put up a protect barrier. As Raichu's Mega Punch hits the barrier, it simply bounces off. But Raichu never gives up. It continues hitting Mega Punches over and over again, with impact of each punch decreasing bit by bit, before finally Raichu has had enough. All of its stamina is depleted, and that poison has taken its toll as Raichu falls down, defeated. Ash cannot believe this. He never expected Raichu to go down without even defeating a single Pokemon. This strategy of using Toxic and Protect was definitely something he did not expect, not to this level. And this Weezing, it definitely was stronger than the Weezing that he battled against Nappa. But somehow his delusional facade was still on. He could never accept being defeated by a gym leader of Fuchsia City. The stakes were too high. This was about bragging rights, and he would not give up until it was finally over. He sends out his second Pokemon, Nidoran, and Nidoran looks at Raichu, being fallen down and defeated. And then he realizes that this time he cannot mess up because Raichu won't be here to clean his mess. He has to overcome his fear and he has to win this battle. For Ash, for his team. Nidoran looks back at Ash and Raichu and nods at them with determination, as if saying that everything is going to be okay. They can still win this battle. Ash gives Nidoran a reassuring smile as he realizes that his Pokemon is still standing behind him. So there is no reason for him to give up if Nidoran is not the one giving up. The once timid Nidoran is showing confidence finally after all this time. So Ash has no right to give up now. He has to battle alongside his Pokemon. They can still win this battle. The Venomoth had still taken some damage and so had Weezing. They still had a chance to win this, and he was going to give it everything he has, just like Nidoran was ready to do so. The battle begins as Weezing fires off a strange stream once again, but Nidoran, showing exceptional agility, uses a dig attack and slams itself against Weezing with the super effective hit sending Weezing crashing to the wall. Nidoran was finally using all of its potential, and it was visible right from the start. Weezing once again tried to use a strange stream, but this time Nidoran hit it with a double kick attack and bounced off Weezing's face into the air and fired off a volley of poison sting, which damaged Weezing even more. Weezing was able to finally connect with a strange stream, but once again showing its determination and utilizing its full potential, Nidoran uses a horn attack to blast through the strange stream and hit Weezing head on. This attack proved to be too much for the poison type to take, as it was sent crashing into the wall, finally being defeated. Ash had finally gotten a bit of his hope and confidence back. This was it. If Nidoran could continue to battle this way, they could definitely win this battle. But then Janine sent out her third Pokemon, and it appeared as all of the hope and confidence that he had gathered moments ago was lost. This was Nidoqueen, a fully evolved version of the female counterpart of Nidoran. However, unlike Ash, Nidoran looked determined, even more so than before. He had finally unlocked his true potential, and there was no reason for him to hold back now. He was going to win this battle, and there's nothing that could stop him, even the Nidoqueen. The battle began as Nidoran fired off another volley of poison sting, but to his shock, the poison sting bounced off Nidoqueen's body, as if doing absolutely no damage at all. And then Nidoqueen fired off her own poison type attack. This was Sludge Bomb. A huge ball of sludge flew straight towards Nidoran, and Nidoran was unable to dodge it as it was blasted in the head. And although it took major damage, it was far from over. Ash orders Nidoran to use a horn attack once again as it charges towards Nidoqueen. But once again, Nidoqueen proves to be much stronger and just grabs Nidoran by the horn and then unleashes her own poison jab attack. And this is absolutely really powerful attack which sends Nidoran straight in the ground, causing a lot of damage. This is followed up by another poison jab, and this one sends Nidoran flying backwards. As Nidoran falls, it tries to get up. It has taken severe damage as Nidoqueen hit really hard, but it was still not ready to give up. Ash offers to forfeit the match, but Nidoran looks at Ash as if saying to just hold on a bit more. He still has something up his sleeve. And Ash hesitantly agrees, and just then Nidoran, finally having gained the confidence from his trainer, starts to glow in response to the adversity. It evolves into Nidorino. Now with a newfound power and strength, Nidorino charges forward with a much more powerful horn attack, and this hits Nidoqueen head on, causing a lot of damage. But once again, it is far from over as Nidoqueen grabs the horn, readying itself for another mega punch. But Nidorino uses another volley of poison sting, elevating itself off of Nidoqueen. And then Ash makes a crucial mistake. He orders Nidorino to go for dig, and this is exactly what Janine was looking for, as she orders Nidoqueen to use an earthquake attack. And the power of the earthquake is doubled because of Nidorino being underground. And although it evolved, it had taken damage previously, and the adrenaline had finally worn off. This attack was too much, even for a evolved Nidorino to take, as it finally went down. Ash still had one Pokemon up his sleeve, but he knew very well that neither Mankey nor Slowpoke, and definitely not Kangaskid, could defeat this monster of a Nidoqueen. So he hesitantly gave up, looking extremely disappointed. Janine told Ash that she expected much more from him because she had heard stories that Ash was about Ash being a prodigy and the next best thing, but so far she is extremely disappointed. She tells Ash that he is high and mighty about his win over Lorelei, but what he does not realize is that Lorelei was a part of the Elite Four two batches ago. She was defeated by Surge and then Koga, and then she retired from being the Elite Four. And even after that, the Elite Four squad took a massive change. In fact, one of the champions of the Kanto region was defeated moments after he won the title. So for Ash to sit there and hold on to one victory, thinking that it's the end of the world, is definitely something she did not expect, and she expected a lot more. Ash tells her that he will be back for a rematch, but this time his statement did not hold the same confidence and the same aura that he had when he entered the gym. He went to the Pokemon Center, feeling absolutely dejected and depressed. He did not know what to think. Not only did he lose, but he lost extremely badly. Raichu was unable to knock out a single Pokemon, and even after evolving, Nidorino was not enough for him to win this battle. His Mankey is extremely rebellious, and he can't seem to control it. He got scammed by someone into buying a Slowpoke, which he can barely train, and Kangaskid is just too young. He is having a lot of second thoughts right now. Maybe he should have never begun his journey in the first place. If he lost his third his very third gym battle, what could he do against the later gym leaders? What could he have done against Blue, or even the champion for that matter? If he's not able to control his own team, even at this early stage, maybe he's not fit enough to be a trainer after all. With all these thoughts, Ash just laid down on his bed as he drifted into sleep. Somewhere else, another fierce gym battle was taking place. Silver was locked in a dead-even battle against the Cerulean gym leader Misty, who had finally returned from her trip to Mount Silver. Both of them were down to their last Pokemon, Charmeleon and Starmie, and from the looks of it, the battle was not going in Silver's direction. Silver ordered Charmeleon to use a smoke screen to hide his movement, but once again, Starmie used a hydro pump attack, which hit connected square on Charmeleon's face, sending it flying into the water. As Charmeleon was submerged into the water, it like the battle was just about over. But then Silver had a flashback. He realized what was happening. He was going to lose. If he loses here, just like he lost against Ash, his dreams, his hopes, and his aspirations would be over. And then he remembered something. The goal which he was striving. He could not lose now. If he lost now, it would all be for nothing. He needed to prove him wrong. He needed to bring him back. And this is where he will draw the line. He yells at Charmeleon to not give up and remember everything that they had been through. This was their time. They just could not give up now. They had to win this battle somehow. And in response to his trainer's determination and call, Charmeleon began to glow in a fiery red aura. As the flames surrounded his body, even underwater, a huge blast of eruption took place, which almost evaporated every drop of water in the swimming pool, and Charmeleon emerged from the water, looking berserk and surrounded by a fiery coat of flames. Charmeleon had activated his blaze ability, and now the battle had turned its tide. Charmeleon fired off a massive flamethrower, which completely evaporated the water gun attack fired by Starmie, and this hit Starmie head on, causing a massive explosion, which was enough for Silver to win this battle and the Cascade badge. However, both Silver and Charmeleon were extremely tired, and before Misty could even award the badge, they fell down, fainted from exhaustion. And guys, that's where I'll be ending this part. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys liked it. uh, I will focus, just like I said, I will focus on this one story for the month of April. So stay tuned for the next part. Once again, like goal is 20 likes in the next 12 hours, and I will see you guys soon.